And the trick overall, if there's one thing that I could give you that is going to change the way you save money, pay off debt, save for travel, etc. What is up, guys? I'm coming at you with a very different vlog today, another kind of informational vlog in addition to kind of learning about our day and the things that happened. Today, when I woke up this morning, I just had an idea for a very different vlog. I didn't want to hold the camera up and be like, oh hey, you know, this is what's going on today, and we just show you around and things like that. Like, I want to start doing more exciting things for you guys, and that kind of starts with today's video. I guess today's video is going to be twofold for you. In the first bit, I want to give you some information that has completely transformed Allison and I's life, and then the second bit is I wanted to share a little bit more information about me. Allison went to a spin class and she's doing that, so I need something to occupy myself, so I figured why not talk to you guys. The first thing I want to talk about is how do you save money to make your dreams come true? For specifically, how do you travel? How can you put money away to save debt? And this is something that Allison and I have figured out all on our own. We have, through the School of Hard Knocks, through, you know, being in debt, through wanting to get this thing or needing to pay this bill, we had to figure out a way how to make that happen. And the best thing I can possibly do is walk you through exactly how we execute our budget. I've talked about it in the vlog before, but I actually wanted to walk through kind of step by step exactly what we do to bring this thing to life, because that's useful information. Allison and I, in part, run this vlog to try to at least A, entertain you, B, spread positivity, and C, give you some information that we have learned that's gonna help each and every one of you in our life. That's just kind of our mantra. That's why we vlog. That's why it's so much fun. So the first bit is with budgeting. What do you have to know that you have to pay for? So make a list, a complete list of everything that you have to pay for. That could be phone bills, that could be rent, that could be your mortgage, car payments, insurance, you name it. List it all out. Now, these are all going to be things that you have to pay for. None of the maintenance budgets, none of the spending money or things like that. Like, you know you have to buy groceries, you know you have to pay the mortgage, you know you have to pay your taxes, stuff like that. List all that stuff out. Then gather all sources of income, so that if you have one income coming from one job, if you have multiple jobs, if you have multiple people in a household that are contributing to that, any source of income. And what you're gonna do is I want you to compute a total number of expenses that are mandatory expenses, and then a total amount of income. And then I want you to actually do something that most people don't do. And that is look at your current bank statements, credit card statements. What is the stuff that you are buying? This is something that you can do to kind of see what you're spending your money on, especially what types of bills you may have missed. That is something that's really, really important. So if you have something random like maybe a storage unit or something like that that you otherwise would have forgotten, you don't want to miss that. The next thing is kind of use your statements over maybe the past year to understand how you should be thinking about budgeting things. There's always opportunity to save more money, but let's say you have a family of 4, a family of 5. It would be a good idea to look at your statements over the last year to understand how much money are you spending on groceries for, you know, every single month. That way you can set a realistic budget number. How much are you spending on going out to eat? You need to understand what's a good number for your family. You could try to look up, what's a good amount of money to going out to eat, but you're really gonna have to figure it out on yourself. Allison and I know we account for I think even a couple $100 a month of just going out, or if we want to go on a date and go to dinner and stuff like that. That's what we're accounting for. So when you get an idea of looking at your statements there, you're going to understand some of the things that you're spending money on. And the trick overall, if there's one thing that I could give you that is going to change the way you save money, pay off debt, save for travel, etc., that is tracking every single one of your expenses at the transaction level. Let me explain why this is important. So when you set a budget, I'm gonna spend this amount of money on groceries, this is my phone bill, etc., that is only the first bit. The thing that you need to do is then say, okay, let's double click inside each one of these budgets. So inside each one of those, and I'll show you an image here in a second, you are gonna wanna say, okay, here's my chart, right? So check out this image right here. This would be your table for your groceries, okay? So every single time you go to the grocery store, you're gonna put the date, you're gonna say where did you go, and then you're gonna put the transaction amount, okay? So in here, you're gonna actually put, as you can see, a kind of total budget that links from the master budget, and then we can make some equations in there that says this is how much money you have remaining. So that way, once you have that information, you can track just how much is remaining in your budget. Let me give you a good example. If you did this with going out, meaning whenever you want to get some food while you're out, maybe you go to McDonald's, maybe you go to Starbucks, maybe you go In-N-Out Burger, anywhere. A lot of times people can spend a ton of money eating out too much, going to Subway, going to whatever, and that adds up, right? Like 10 bucks a crack or however much it costs, that adds up. While if you just were buying groceries and cooking at home, maybe you could save some money that way. And the trick is evaluate the amount of money that you have remaining in each one of those sub-budgets. Some of the sub-budgets that you should be setting are things like savings, maybe a 401k, maybe a kind of slush fund, an emergency fund if you will. You never know when the refrigerator or microwave is gonna break and you need to have kind of a disposable amount of money or savings to respond to those types of unexpected expenditures. So you're tracking all this money throughout the budget, right? You're putting credit card payments in there, you're putting all of the expenses that you have to have, and you're calculating what your total remaining budget is. So for Allison and I, we account for payments that are going to go to each, obviously, to our credit cards. We never just pay the minimums. We either pay them off in full or make very large payments to try to get our debt down to a minimum and minimize interest payments. Interest is the absolute death of your dreams, of any travel that you might want to do. You don't want to pay interest. It is giving the banks money that otherwise you could just keep on your own. And now here's the bit and how you can pay off that debt, how you can go travel places, is when you're tracking the amount of remaining money in between your budgets. I can't tell you how the amount of peace of mind that you have and how the fear of not having enough money goes away when you track each one of those sub budgets. So even if you go over, you know that you have to make up for it in another budget, and you have that total number of remaining funds for the month, right? And when the end of the month comes, means when you get paid again, and then the monthly budget is refreshed the next time around, whatever that difference is, scrape that cream off the top and either put it in your savings, pay down a credit card, whatever you're going to do, because you know that at the end of the month, that's just extra money. As long as you didn't go over, that money is gonna carry over, and in your monthly budget, you're not accounting for this extra money, right? Some people factor that in and redistribute it, but Allison and I don't do that. As far as we're considered, if we're good little boys and girls and don't overspend our pay, that extra slush goes straight onto our credit cards, goes straight into our savings accounts, and that's how we can go and travel to Paris, to Ecuador. We're gonna be going to Florida. We went to Vegas. All of these things that we are able to travel and do is because we absolutely micromanage our budget. So that is my big tip on how we actually go about saving and planning all this travel and able to experience these things that are so important to us in the form of travel, buying nice things, having a beautiful home. That's the secret. That right there is just micromanaging, sub-budgets, tracking how much you have remaining in each budget, and then you don't go over. You don't go over your going out budget. So if you only accounted for $100, $200 of going out, you're not gonna spend more than that because you're gonna be evaluating that. Even if you went over a little bit, you still only spent the $100 and you're golden. If you guys have any questions on that, leave them in the comment section below. I would be happy to share information, or if I have like templates or things that I could guide you on, I'd be happy to help you guys out. Just let me know. The second bit is actually kind of a fun little thing that I wanted to show you guys, and I don't know how to just do this or say this, but I've been interested in video for a very long time. I actually was digging through one of my external hard drives, looking at kind of an old archive of videos today, and I found a video that I created for my dad back in 2010 that I was very active creating videos. I used to actually use like one of those big like shoulder VHS like recorders, and I would hit like, you know, stop, rewind, pause, and then record over and like actually edit on like the VHS tape itself as it was recording. My like brothers and sisters and I would like shoot these little skits and do that. It was really fun. But anyway, I'll link in the annotation in the corner and also in the description below a video that I created for my dad. My dad went to Northern Ontario on a caribou hunt. They went deer hunting and moose hunting and caribou. They like did this outdoor extravaganza. It was pretty cool actually. But there's all kinds of like lynx in there. They're alive, they didn't shoot those. There's like a coyote in there, there's fox, there's all kinds of wildlife. There are some proper game management and conservation efforts in there, meaning they were hunting, so if any of those images are disturbing to you, maybe just click play and give the video a thumbs up because you love us, and maybe don't watch the very end. It's only at the very end of the video where you see any of that. But it's actually some really cool landscape. Beautiful northern Canada. If you want to check that out, go give it some love, give it a thumbs up. Just wanted to show you kind of some of my very early work. Even the evolution of this vlog has been absolutely insane. It's been insane, guys. Like from day one when I'm shooting with my iPhone like out here and I'm like trying to pretend I know what I'm doing, to now we have like cool gear and like a setup, and I've got 2 cameras shooting right now, and that's cool. We're getting better. We're not anywhere near where my goals are. I don't have the time to invest in everything that I want to right now with work and things, but one day we will be there. But it's just funny. It takes a while to realize what your goals are and what your passions are, and sometimes you deny them for a really long time. But then all of a sudden it clicks and you're like, no, I'm just gonna do this. And video with me, exploring, going traveling, that's always been my thing. I've always wanted to do that, but I've always been afraid, and like safe jobs and stuff like that. But you just gotta pursue your passions, guys. And this is one of mine. This is one of Allison's. Allison's a beautiful writer and photographer too, and we're encouraging each other to just keep up with our passions. Share with me in the comment section below, what are your passions? We wanna know, because how we hold each other accountable and how we help each other like achieve our dreams is by asking about them and having the conversation, and what are we doing to accomplish those dreams. We wanna see you guys accomplish your dreams. Tweet at us, comment section below, upload Instagram photos and tag us in it. Like, we want to see what you're passionate about and what you're pursuing. And this is a community where we all are positive and help each other out. So feel free to engage with other people and ask questions about their passions that you see in the comment section below. Let's just keep the positivity going, guys. I've showed you that like small little video. We actually have some really cool videos coming in the future about things in the past, or maybe like photos or videos for when we were younger. that's coming soon, so be sure to stay tuned for that. I've been rambling way too long, so please give this video a big thumbs up. Hopefully those tips about the budgeting help for you. If you do have any extra questions, leave those in the comment section below. I'd be more than happy to help you guys out. But that is how you accomplish your dreams, is just by one penny, $1 at a time. We love you guys so much. Like I said, we will see you tomorrow with another daily vlog. Wanted to do something totally different today, and we will see you then. Bye.